Hello and welcome back to my channel. It has been such a week. I just cannot believe it. I have been visiting my family in Lincolnshire, but alongside this have been the offers coming in for my property. And I'm just blown away. I really am with what's happened. So let me update you on where we are. If you're new to my channel, my name is Zoe and I'm in the process of selling all my belongings, my house, my vehicles to go travelling full time. And welcome everyone back to my channel. Oh, it's a lovely weekend at the moment, so hoping the sun stays out. So last weekend we had an open house. Well, it wasn't really an open house, it was a series of appointments to view my property, but they were back to back so that people, could see each other, and they were block bookings. And because people were away at the weekend, we ended up with one on Thursday, two on Friday, three on Saturday. And when we spoke last, I'd had two offers. I ended up with three offers on my property, and all good offers. And then they all went up in price to try and win my property. It was insane. I mean, I'm away trying, I'm also trying to spend time with my family, and I'm speaking to the agent all the time, because every time we think we've got, we're going to make a decision, somebody else would bid higher, or they'd come up with another financial way they were going to pay to make them in a better position. But in the end, we ended up with three really good offers on my property. And I really just cannot believe this has happened, especially after everything I've been through in the last 12 months trying to sell my house with these previous two agents. For this agent not only to get me one offer in a week, but to get me three really good offers from three serious buyers, and then to be able to get me a price which was better than any offer I've had from the previous two agents. And wow, it was just crazy. And it was really nice that so many people really wanted my home, and that they could see what a great place this would be to live in. And yes, I think the agent asking me to strip right back everything, take everything off the walls, has probably helped, because it makes it look a lot bigger. And I guess that buyers can, instead of having to look past all my personal things, this is what they're actually going to get: less a sofa and a dining table. There is nothing else left in the house, and it's all light and bright. And but I've always said location was going to sell this property. This is in such a great location, and you have parking and a garage, and you don't get that in the centre of Stratford with very many homes. So yeah, so we made a decision in the end, and well, every time we made a decision, something else came up, but in the end we made a decision, and my house has officially gone under offer, or sold subject to contract. And let's hope that this goes through smoothly this time. Given that my agent has been so good so far, I really, hope that he'll be able to keep on top of the process, which was what was lacking so much with previous agents. And, that's what you need. You need someone to keep making sure that they're moving along, that they've got a surveyor, that they're, got their mortgage and they're getting it finalised, and that they're answering the lawyer's questions, they're reading the contracts, that they're actually moving things along. Because there's no point sitting here again for another 4 months with somebody doing nothing, which is exactly what happened with my previous agents. Yeah, so I had a comment on my previous video on agents from someone who is from a big chain but spends the time, calling their clients every night. I don't think that all estate agents can be bad. I do think I've had a very unlucky run with them and I've just picked the wrong estate agents. But it just goes to show. And like the second one was recommended to me by people, and it just did not work like that for me. I'm not saying all estate agents are bad. I'm just saying that a lot of them are not great. And you need to look out for those people who do communicate with you and who do what they say they're going to do in their plan, not promise you the world and then none of those things happen, which unfortunately a lot of you are experiencing like I did. But this agent has just been, he's just been brilliant. He really has. And I just hope I'm still saying that in a few months' time. And yeah, and I've obviously been unlucky, but I'm not saying that all estate agents are bad, because there has to be some good ones out there. I found one. And I'm sure some of you will find others. So I don't want estate agents that are doing all these great things for their clients to think I'm having a dig at you. I'm not. I'm just talking about my experiences and my terrible, terrible estate agents in the past. But, you know, if you're talking to your clients and you're keeping them updated, then that's all we ask for. We just ask you to be truthful to us, to do what you promised to do, and communicate and do your job for us, and actually care about our interests and our desire to move on. That's all we ask for. Yeah. So if this proceeds as one hopes, I will be leaving this year and going off on my travels. And obviously I have been busy, you know, thinking of places to go. And I've put together a couple of videos that I'll put out next week. Firstly, talking about budgeting for full-time travel, because I've had a recent meeting with my pension advisor, and I've been able to get a better gauge on my numbers and what I will have going forward. And then talking about the sort of itinerary based on that I will be doing. And I know a lot of you always ask me, where are you going to go? How are you going to do this? How are you going to afford this? So I'm going to put together a couple of videos and put those out next week for you, so you can have a little peek into my thought process. Anyway, that's enough ramblings for a Sunday. Exciting news! Please, 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 this be the one. Thank you for watching, and thank you all for your support through this terrible house selling process. Hopefully this will be the last time that we're saying we're under offer. Take care, have a great weekend everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Ciao.